Standing on the shoulders of leaders. Hard act to follow here.
I need to say up front, I want to tell you, and for those of you who are here that are under 30, get involved. I want to say that particularly the first 10 years of my involvement with ISNA probably were the most meaningful and educational professional experiences of my entire career. I mean, they were just amazing.
As a president, you're not the person who really does anything, really. I mean, but you really are. You know, you listen, you collaborate, you make concessions with people, you bring them all in, and you making sure they collaborate, they compromise, and then the best plan comes out of that.
My takeaway from today is all the hard work, dedication, and loyalty that our leaders have. They truly live to make sure patient safety is as high as it can possibly be, and it makes me want to follow in their paths.
My takeaway was just a realization of all that the leaders that presented, how they impacted my life professionally, what I learned from them without even being aware of it, and also the hope that I can have just as much influence on the younger nurses that I work with on a daily basis.
That is truly one of the treasures that you have in being in the role of a president. You get to sit at tables you wouldn't necessarily always get to sit at. You get to meet people you wouldn't have met before or had the opportunity to meet, and that's a special treasure. The other treasure is that you get to meet nurses all over the state of Indiana, and that is the joy of being president and being in a professional nursing organization. Is I have a link with every one of you as nurses. We may practice in a little different way, but we all have a connection.
Great session. I loved it. My takeaway would be that they really stressed our personal responsibility, not just our professional responsibility to belong in ANA and ISNA and to get involved in what's going on in our country, but it's really important personally to be involved, and that's what I took away from the session. It was really great.
Think about the big picture, because everybody here that's come to talk to you today, that's what we all tried to do, and I think it certainly made me a better person, and at the time it made me a better nurse.
My takeaway from this program this morning was just the wonderful historical perspective of what our leaders in the ISNA have done for nurses in Indiana and for the patients that we care for every day. It was great to hear their stories of how they've moved our profession forward and also protected our patients.
I encourage you to get involved. I encourage you to stay engaged. And thank you so much for the opportunity.